If you just opened your mortgage escrow analysis letter and your payment suddenly jumped by a few $100s a month, your stomach probably dropped. You might be thinking, did my lender just crank up my payment for no reason? Or, how am I supposed to afford this? You're not alone. There are Reddit threads and Facebook groups full of homeowners dealing with the exact same thing right now. Here's the truth. Sometimes that increase is legitimate. And sometimes the numbers are wrong. So in the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through, in plain English, why escrow shocks happen, how to read that confusing letter, how to double check the math, and the choice most homeowners don't even realize they have before they accept the new payment. I'm Tony Taylor with Interconnect Mortgage. I had a Florida homeowner call me recently in full panic because their servicer told them their payment was going up by about $700 a month. When we actually dug into it, it turned out to be a combination of higher property taxes, losing their homestead exemption after turning the home into a rental property, and the servicer trying to catch up last year's shortage while also building a cushion for this year, all at the same time. Once they understood what was real, what wasn't, and what their options were, the situation felt very different. That's what I want for you. So let's start with escrow itself. Because once this clicks, the rest makes a lot more sense. Your mortgage payment usually has three parts: principal and interest, that's the loan itself, then property taxes and homeowners insurance. Taxes and insurances live inside your escrow account. Your servicer collects a portion each month, holds it, and pays those bills when they're due. Once a year, they run what's called an escrow analysis. They compare what they thought your taxes and insurances would be, usually based on the most recent formal numbers, versus what they actually were. If last year's bills were higher than expected, you get an escrow shortage. If they collected too much, that's an overage. And sometimes you even get a refund. Here's where the shock happens. When there's a shortage, the servicer doesn't just ask you to make up the difference. They also raise the monthly escrow going forward so you don't come up short again. That's how your payment can jump even if you never missed a payment. Now let's talk about three big reasons I see escrow payments spike in real life. First, property taxes. This can happen if your county reassessed your home due to a sale, if the millage rates changed, or you lost your homestead because you moved out of the property and turned it into a rental. The servicer just sees a higher tax bill and plugs it in. They don't explain the why in a way that feels human. Second, homeowners insurance, especially in Florida. Insurance premiums can jump fast. Your servicer updates the escrow projection and suddenly your payment increases. Again, very little explanation. Third, and this is the one that makes people angry, errors. Wrong tax amount, old insurance premium, or missed exemptions. That's because it's on official letterhead. Just because it's on official letterhead doesn't mean that the math is right. So here's how you check it. Pull three documents and put them side by side. Your escrow analysis letter, your actual property tax bill from the county, and your homeowner's insurance declaration page. Look at the annual tax amount, look at the annual insurance premium, and add those together. Now compare that number to what the servicer is projecting for the upcoming year. They should be very close. If the servicer's number is much higher, that's a red flag. Now look for the shortage line in the letter. It usually shows a total dollar amount and it gives you options. This is the part that most people miss. You typically get a choice. You can pay for the shortage in a lump sum, or you can spread it out over the next 12 months. Paying it up front keeps your monthly payment lower. Spreading it out protects cash flow, but raises the payment for a year. There's no one-size-fits-all answer here. This is a cash flow decision, not a math test. And if your home recently became a rental, this is where looping in your CPA matters because rental income and expenses can change the bigger picture. When you call your servicer, don't just ask, "Is this right?" Ask specific questions. What annual tax amount are you using? What insurance premiums do you have on file? How much of this increase is catching up last year versus funding this year? Make them walk you through it. If the numbers don't match your actual bills, ask them to correct it and return the analysis. That's not being difficult, that's being reasonable. If this still feels overwhelming to you, you don't have to do it alone. This is exactly what my team and I help homeowners with every week. You can use the link in the description to book a quick strategy call. We'll review your escrow letter, your tax bill, and your insurance all together and make sure that you understand exactly what's happening before you accept a higher payment. Don't let confusion or fear push you into an automatic decision. Take a breath, check the numbers, and get a second set of eyes on it if you need it. If this was helpful, feel free to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.